Hello! We would love to share all the great books nominated for the 2026 Washington Children's Choice Picture Book Award. There are so many good ones to choose from. But first, last year's winner, Flat Cat. It received over 26,000 votes from kids all across Washington state. Congratulations to Tara Lazar, Pete Oswald, and of course, Flat Cat. Ooh, I love climbing up this stack of books. It's so fun. I know it's such a big stack. You get to choose your favorite book from. So let's explore the nominees for this year's award. The Bakery Dragon, written and illustrated by Devin L. Kurtz. Ember is a small dragon with an unimpressive roar. He fears he will never be as good at stealing gold as other dragons. But then he discovers a different path to joy after meeting a baker. Buffalo Fluffalo, written by Bess Kalb, illustrated by Aaron Cron. Buffalo Fluffalo just wants to make his mark by being big. He tries to bluff and fluff his way into being bigger than he really is, and it seems to work until the rain pours down. Built to Last, written by Min Lei, illustrated by Dan Santat. Every creation that two friends build together ends up tumbling down. But through every disaster, their friendship stays strong. Cookie Time, written and illustrated by Jesse Sema. Baking cookies with Grandpa is great. Well, except for waiting for them to be ready to eat. Siblings Kat and Ari decide to build a time machine to help the time go quicker. And they soon discover that some things are totally worth waiting for. A Crocodile Should Never Skip Breakfast, written and illustrated by Colleen Larmore. When Croc oversleeps, he rushes out the door to get to work on time. In his hurry, he skips breakfast before his shift as a ferry boat. And unfortunately, his growling hunger starts to make his passengers look like tasty treats. A Flicker of Hope, written by Cynthia Harmony, illustrated by Devin Holsworth. In the spring, Lucia's father and the monarch butterflies that winter near her Mexican town head north. In parallel stories, we see the butterflies' migration, Lucia's migrant farmer father's journey as he picks crops, and Lucia, who waits for them both to return home in the fall. I Know How to Draw an Owl, written by Hilary Horder Hipley, illustrated by Matt James. A girl is praised for the lifelike portrait of an owl that she creates at school. What her classmates don't know is that she is homeless and lives in a car with her mother, and that her understanding of owls is from firsthand experience. I'm Sorry You Got Mad, written by Kyle Lukoff, illustrated by Julie Kwan. Jack wants to apologize for hurting Zoe's feelings. At first, he is still mad. Then he just can't seem to find the right words. Finally, he realizes that sometimes there is more to an apology than just saying, I'm sorry. Jump for Joy, written by Karen Gray Ruel, illustrated by Hadley Hooper. Joy wants a dog more than anything in the world. Her excitement shows as she makes dogs out of whatever is at hand, seashells, snow, all the time unaware that her perfect dog friend is closer than she thinks. Log Life by Amy Hevern. Nurse logs are tiny ecosystems with hundreds of rare and important life forms. When old trees fall to the forest floor, they can take centuries to decompose, helping all sorts of organisms for years. They provide nutrients for tree saplings, hideaways for small animals, and plenty of shelter and protection. The Man Who Didn't Like Animals, written by Deborah Underwood, illustrated by Lei Win Pham. There once was a man who loved his tidy home and did not like animals. Then, one day, a cat appeared. The man and the cat both liked napping and watching the rain and eating dinner precisely at 6. Well, maybe this one animal could stay. Next came a dog. The Midnight Panther, written and illustrated by Poonam Mistry. Deep in the rainforest lives a little black panther. He is not like the other cats with their dazzling spots, bold stripes, and golden manes. One night, Panther sets off to find where he belongs. Answering the call of the moonlight, he scales the treetops. Perhaps up among the stars, he will discover his own strength and beauty. My Friend Andy, written and illustrated by Emma Chinnery. Fluffy wants to be friends with Andy, but his owner never lets them play together. Only after he gets separated from his family at the park is he able to truly interact with his new friend. With the help of Andy and his owner, Fluffy finds his way back home and makes a new best friend in the process. Narwhal, Unicorn of the Arctic, written by Candace Fleming, illustrated by Diana Soote. You are a narwhal, shy, swift, small. Humans call you Unicorn of the Arctic. Venture to the Arctic Ocean and discover the real life of the narwhal, full of migration, family, and predators. Parrotfish has a superpower. Written by Jill Esbaum, illustrated by Bob Shea. Just wait until you hear what a parrotfish can do. You may know that they live in tropical waters, they have a trick for hiding from predators, and they do have crazy, incredible teeth. But they also do something that no other fish can do, and parrotfish is eager to tell you all about it. Tate's Wild Rescue. Written by Jenny Turnbull, illustrated by Izzy Burton. Tate sends letters to a variety of wild animals, offering to be their best friends and protect her. But none of them accept her proposal. Just when she's about to give up, she receives a letter of her own. The Teeny Weeny Unicorn, written and illustrated by Sean Harris. A teeny weeny unicorn feels like the world is not made for his size. One day, it bothers him so much that he runs off. But soon after meeting a salty gnome, he starts to wonder if he might be just the right size after all. The Together Tree, written by Aisha Saeed, illustrated by Lewin Pham. Rumi's family has moved from California to Georgia, and he's feeling lonely and left out at school because one of the other kids, Asher, is a bully. Until Sebastian joins him, drawing in the dirt under the old willow tree. Ursula, Upside Down, written and illustrated by Corey Tabor. Ursula is a happy catfish, swimming through a shimmering river with weeds waving above and a sky full of scrumptious bugs below. And then one question turns her world upside down. Is left right? Is right wrong? Which way is even up? We Are Definitely Human, written and illustrated by X Fang. When 3 mysterious visitors crash land in Mr. Lee's field, he invites them back to his farmhouse and offers to help fix up their car. No, there's nothing strange about these guests at all. Just like other humans, they make business, play sports ball, and wear hat. As the townspeople also come to the aid of the visitors and the gathering turns into a little party, interplanetary relations reach an all-time high. Okay, those are all the books. Now comes the hard part. It's up to you to decide which book is your favorite. Maybe you loved one of the creatures who lived in the water. Or maybe your favorite one is about a pet, because there are a lot of those to choose from this year. Yeah, pets are good, but maybe you really love books about families and friends, and there are some good ones there too. And I bet that there are probably some of you who like fantastic creatures like dragons, unicorns, and aliens. There are so many to choose from. Yeah, I love that there are so many different books to choose from, that everyone can vote for the book that they love the most. And even if your book doesn't win, you found a book to love. So choose the book you love most, and thank you for voting in the Washington Children's Choice Picture Book Award. This movie was made by Paula Whitman and the Library Mice using WeVideo. See you next year.